Hi, this is Ali Murphy, voice actor, and you're listening to DDO Players News Podcast.
Everyone, this is Palicnito. Welcome to DDO Players News, where we take a look at lasers in DDO and on the tabletop. And please welcome my co-host from Ravenloft, Dracula.
Hey now, everybody, how's it going?
Hello there, Drac. I hear that there are motes of music drifting into Barovia.
There is all sorts of stuff happening in this crazy place right now. Some of it okay, some of it not okay, some of it bad. It's a place to live.
Well, that's what they always say about Barovia, I guess.
It's worse than ever this week, but here we are.
All right. Well then, let's get on finding out what the news. And first of all, what is the source of these motes and all that stuff? Something called 76?
That would be update 76 indeed. It did release November the 19th, so it's been out for quite a while now. We're not going to talk about a lot of it because if you listen to the last episode with Axel, we pretty much covered it. And remember how him and I said, yeah, it's going to be a while for this came out, and then this released the day after that podcast dropped. So, yeah.
Surprise!
So, thumbs up for those guys knowing what they were talking about. Yeah, I was like, well, that's embarrassing. So, yeah, so Update 76 is out. That brought the Symphony of the Fae event, also the balance updates. Like I said, if you want to go into more details on that, just listen to the last episode. We're not going to rehash that, but just so you know, it's now. Balance update is now. Symphony of the Fae is going. They did bring some other fixes out with this patch, though. We'll cover those. We did not talk about those on the last episode, so this will be some new-ish information. I mean, most players probably already know this, but just in case you don't, here you go. The Mists of Ravenloft expansion bundle item vendor is now available. We're going to talk about that in depth in a second. So hold that thought on that. Relentless, the haunted horror can no longer fly. This is preventing an issue where this enemy refused to properly return to the ground. So no more flying for you. The time token is now available for Relentless runes. The Mask of the Killer now shows its correct appearance. And the memory of animated objects from the Life for the Lifeless now has its correct description. You recall bringing life to lifeless forms and the control you had over the inanimate. Plus 171 equipment bonus to rust and repair spell power, plus 24 equipment bonus to rust and repair spell crit chance, and a plus 25% enhancement bonus to rust and repair spell crit damage.
Now, concerning the second item, where it says the time taken, you said time token, this is time taken, which is correct?
I didn't realize I said time token. Time taken, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Time taken. Scratch the token from the record, if you will.
Oh, okay.
I actually did not even realize that I said that.
Okay, whether you said it wrong or my ears had
I
it wrong.
probably said it wrong. It's the day I've had and the evening I've had, I probably said it wrong. The music in the raid, threats, oh yeah, it's been a crappy day. Music's in the raid, threats old and new, now properly plays. In the Mad Tea Party quest, the hallway at the bottom of the basement stairs has been adjusted to increase visibility of the door to the rest of the basement wing. It has been so long since I did Mad Tea Party, I don't even remember the hallway at the bottom of the stairs with the door.
Oh, no, okay. The hallway at the bottom of the basement stairs has been adjusted.
Barely, it was a dark hallway. I don't know.
I don't understand the reason why they needed to change anything there.
Yeah, I don't either, but it's been forever since I did that quest. But okay. The Grandmaster of Flowers Lotus Blade Longbow now properly grants the wisdom to attack portion of Zen Archery. There is a debuff from the minion of the Eldritch Dart gift, and its improved version now reduces spell crit damage by the correct amount. Swashbucklings weapon requirements list light weapons where previously listed finessable in tooltips to avoid any confusion. The in-game functionality, of course, is unchanged. And the Season 9 Hardcore League leaderboard list has been added to the Hall of Heroes, so you can relive all the cool hardcore people that made it to the leaderboard if you go to the Hall of Heroes. Yay! And then, last note, a few Spawn a Trap object effects in Double Rainbow have been replaced since the trap effect failed to initiate reliably. There you go. Update 76. Basically, it was to bring the balance changes out in Symphony of the Fae. That was the big...
Yeah. I had completely forgotten about the balance changes, and I guess I wasn't really looking at them when I was playing. And I've done a lot of playing since this update came out.
I guess they must be good, or they didn't affect anything you were playing then.
Well, now, I do have to admit that both of those characters started at level 1 since that time, so I might not have noticed any changes in the continuity of the character.
Well, that's true. But I noticed a bit. I played a little bit. I haven't played much, but I played a little bit, and I noticed with my Ranger / Dark Hunter, I did notice some of the changes they made to Ranger. Some good, some like, but, you know, this too shall pass. So, Symphony of the Fae event. Are you doing it?
Yes, I've got let's see, my Warlock currently has 250 durability on.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, somewhere. I think I'm getting close to 300 about now, so.
Good for you. All right.
Climbing my way up there. We'll see how it works. The tricky thing I've noticed is that I'm sure you've been hearing rumors that sometimes the motes become bugged or something like that.
Yeah, well, I saw that in the forums.
I have a feeling there's something that if something weird happens going in there, because sometimes if it comes up and I get to it very, very quickly, it seems to work. But if I'm in the middle of a battle when it comes up and I have to delay to it and not to, there are a lot of times where, of course, the mote comes up and I don't notice that. Is there a way to know when the mote comes up other than, oh, a mote popped up?
I don't know. I'm not doing the event, so I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, that's sort of like the biggest thing into it is I don't hear anything, any obvious notification that a mote has come up. So as a result, sometimes my hireling notices it, and something the hireling does makes me turn around and look at my hireling, and then, oh, there's a mote. Though the funniest time I think I saw a mote in there was doing, you're familiar with Stealthy Repossession?
God, I haven't done that quest in ages, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm in the middle of that quest, and I'm on top of a box, surrounded by kobolds.
Mm-hmm. As one does in that quest, yeah.
Right, yeah, trying to kill kobolds without killing the prophets. And across the hall, a place where I was a couple of minutes earlier, I suddenly see that there's a mote dancing over down there. As I say, okay. Like, I am going to take the time to go after that mote in the middle of Stealthy Repossession, which is a tricky quest as it is. I said, no.
Yeah.
I just said, oh, forget it. Because that's the first time I think I ever successfully completed that quest, so.
That's, yeah.
I was not going to risk that quest completion on trying to get a mote.
So, have you found any of the golden motes that are out there?
Well, the golden mote, as far as I know, the golden mote for the loot I have is not going to come up until I believe it's in Sharn at members only, I think is the quest. I got the impression that they're only in one quest for each mote. For each loot.
There are 5 of the hidden golden motes.
Yes, and they're each associated with a loot.
Yep, correct. And on the last podcast we said, people are going to rush to find these. It's not going to take long. Yeah, it didn't.
That was true.
It didn't. It was like, I think a couple hours, if that. Yeah, they're all listed. I linked in the show notes. There's a list of all the locations for these. If you would like to know spoilers, skip ahead if you want to find these on your own. The novice loot location is the hijacked hall. Sky loot requires Reaper difficulty is Wrath of Earth. The night loot is members only. The flight loot is whatever song in Myth D.
Ogma song.
Ogmas, Almagas, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's the flight loot.
Hate.
Yeah, the one I hate, exactly. The one I dislike almost as much as, well, anyway. The horn loot, it's almost Crucible level. Almost. Horn loot is in trouble with the tar pits. So there you go.
Oh, Trouble in the Tar... Maybe the horn one is the one that comes up early enough, because Trouble in the Tar Pits is only a 7th level quest.
Is it 7th? I can't remember.
It's 7th or 8th. It's...
it's Isle of Dread, so yeah.
Yeah, Isle of Dread.
So yeah, it would probably be 7 or 8. You'd probably be right. So yeah, so there you go. But yeah, like we had... Axel and I had said, it's probably not going to take long. And yeah, I want to say it was like a couple hours. So, the DDO community is flipping amazing. That is all I'm going to say. Just, you people amaze me to no end.
Well, there probably were people on all sorts of different levels picking this up, and so some of them
I'm sure they were
going through members only around the time, because that's 17th level spell. It's 17th level quest.
Either that, or they were just like, well, let's just try this quest. Let's try here. But anyway. It's not a secret anymore, so there you go. End of spoilers if you're listening. So there you go. Like I said, I'm not doing the event. I'm going to be honest, I didn't see anything that I was jumping up and down that I wanted or needed to have.
Yeah, that is the sort of the thing about it, because I looked at that list in there and I was saying, is there... And I was pretty much on the fence just on the thing of do I really want that mount? Not, I already have a unicorn, so why am I doing this thing for a unicorn pet? I have a mount, I don't know.
I'm going to say I have the black unicorn. That's all I wanted, so I don't care.
Right? Yeah, you have the unicorn that you want, so you might go through that whole winter's court in order to get another black unicorn.
Exactly.
So I think I did it just as a challenge to see, can I do it? I think that's the entire reason.
Good for you. I'm really surprised that you're actually doing it. I didn't think you would do it, so
whether I'll still be doing it in the middle of January when things are going to get tough is, of course, an entirely different matter.
We'll see. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, I just didn't. And plus, the Lanterns event kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. So
yeah,
I'm just like,
I would not have gone to another server to do it.
Definitely not.
And in fact, I had tied this to another challenge.
Okay.
And to the also, so I figured, well, I might as well do the Lantern event at the same time if I'm going to be doing this anyway. I just started it about 6 weeks earlier than I originally planned, but yeah, I had already decided on a particular challenge. Then before settling that down and saying, okay, I'll start this in January, then the Lantern event came up the day after I decided this.
Fae event, you mean?
Yeah, the Fey event. Yes, the Fey
Yeah.
event came up. So I thought, okay, I'll just tie them together.
There you go. So yeah. So, I mean, if anybody else is excited for it, I mean, I am so happy for you. This is just not for me. I just could care less.
Especially since the easiest one in there is a half cloak. I mean, really? I mean, the cloaks in DDO are ugly enough as it is.
Well, and that's another thing too. I'm trying to be nice here, but the cosmetics, in my opinion only, Drac at DDOplayers.com or podcast at DDOplayers.com if you want to tell me how dumb I am. They're ugly. Sorry, SSG, but sorry. I'm trying to be nice, but oh god.
And that cloak, the only thing I could say nice about that, the full cloak, is that it'll demonstrate to you that you went through a lot of trouble to play things on what it's. Oh, I think you have to do Reaper.
Yep. So.
And whoever gets the winter version of it, the one that requires you to do Reaper hardcore.
Yeah, that's the hardcore version, yeah. So
yeah, and of course hardcore in this case means first life.
Yep.
Okay. Hats off to you.
So, exactly. Good job, everybody that's taking part in this and having fun and enjoying it. You do you. You go have fun.
Okay, then how about your version of fun and escaping the Ravenloft?
That is my version of fun. Yeah, Ravenloft. Everybody has been wanting... Well, let me say, everybody has been wanting one thing out of the Ravenloft expansion pack in the store, and that is the Bottle of Mist.
Why has the Bottle of Mist been something that people have been wanting so much?
Because they didn't buy the pack, and that was the only way to get it. And people really wanted the Bottle of Mist.
Well,
I don't know.
You got a new effective Bottle of Mist from the Chiller Ravenloft.
You get a new thing every time an expansion comes out. If you buy it, I assume this is people that didn't have any of the expansions, or maybe they just bought the bare minimum expansion and they didn't get any of the travel teleports. I don't know. I don't understand why everybody was, but
because
for years, ever since this was not available anymore, people were like, "When is the Bottle of Mist coming to the store? When is the Mist coming to the store?" It's in the store now.
This one just sounds so strange, considering that you get all the teleport locations with any of the teleport items as it is.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand, but I mean, I have the Bottle of Mist because I got the expansion, of course.
Right.
And the Bottle of Mist is the only one I use because, well, it's the Bottle of Mist. But I mean, if I wouldn't have it, I'd be like, okay, I'll just use one of the other ones. Like, I don't understand it. Then again, if somebody wants to chime in, why did everybody want this? I don't know. I don't understand it either. But yeah, there is some packs in the store now called Escape to Ravenloft. There is the Complete Collection, the Utility Collection, the Vampire Hunter, and the Barovian Aristocrat. What this is the Mists of Ravenloft expansion without the quest. It's all of the extras but the quest.
Okay.
So I don't really know who this is for, other than, I guess, people that bought the base Ravenloft and only got the quest pack, I guess. But yeah, in the Complete Collection, you get the Aasimar race, one-click character slot, the Universal Tree, Vistani Knife Fighter, Heroic and Legendary Animated Scarecrow, Hireling, the Barovian Aristocrat's outfit and the hat, Vampire Hunter's outfit and the hat. You also get the Black Cat and the Raven pet, the Weapon Ore Mist, Tome of Racial Enhancements, and the Bottle of Mist. So that's everything that you got with the Ultimate Fan Bundle, I think. I do believe that is everything that was in. I can't remember all what was in the Ultimate Fan Bundle, but I think that was everything that was.
Well,
in
there was probably something that went to the first character you had.
there might have been. I don't know, but anyway,
or something like that. But of course, that wouldn't be included in there because that was this ultra exclusive item.
And then the Utility Collection has the Asmar Race character slot, Vistani Knife Fighter, the Scarecrow Hireling, Enhancement, Racial +1, and the Bottle of Mist. Then the Vampire Hunter has the Vampire Hunter outfit, the Black Cat, the Raven, the Mist, and the Mist Aura, and the Bottle of Mist. Then the Barovian Aristocrat outfit, hat, cat, Raven, Aura Mist, and the Bottle of Mist.
Okay.
So there you go. They're in the store. The complete collection is 6,495 points. Utility Collection is 4,995 points. And the Aristocrat and the Hunter bundles are 2,495 points. So if you have some points burning a hole in your pocket and you want the Bottle of Mist and some other Ravenloft goodies, there you go. Go get them now. Again, somebody... Please tell me who this is for, because I don't understand this. I don't. Again, I'm sorry to sound negative on this show so far, but I mean, I'll just admit it. I've been negative on the show, I guess, so far, but I just don't understand this. Like, I mean, I'm happy this is in the store, and they're going to make money off of this in the store, so that's awesome. Like, thumbs up for that. But I just don't understand who this is for. So if somebody can make me understand who this is for and why this is exciting. I mean, I think it's exciting because it's Ravenloft. I'm just like, yeah, more Ravenloft stuff. And the more people that get Ravenloft stuff is awesome. But I just don't get it. So, podcast at ddoplayers.com. Or leave a comment on the YouTube or the show notes when we post it up on the site. And tell me who the heck this is for, because I don't get it.
Okay, then let's head off and look at some real errors that were in on the store.
Yeah. Over the Black Friday holiday, of course, we had a bunch of sales. Everything was good. Everything was fun. Until you went to buy the stuff and then you didn't get charged right. You got charged too much. You didn't get your stuff. You didn't get the discount you were supposed to get. Maybe you got a little bit of discount, but not the discount you were supposed to. Or maybe you just paid full price. Who knows? Over on the forum, Celestrata did post, wanted to let folks know that we're aware of pricing bugs that have been hitting the checkout pages for both DDO and Lotro. This did result in incorrect discounts, wrong totals, incorrect charges. They have made multiple attempts to address the bug on the site, but the fixes have only changed things up more, and they got stuck for a few hours. I'm not exactly sure what they meant by that, but anyway, they tried to do a fix, and the fix didn't work. They have a testing account in those states too, so they were seeing the errors themselves, so they knew there was an error in there. If you happen to buy some stuff over the Black Friday sale, and you noticed, hey, I got charged wrong, or I didn't get my discount right, or any problems that you had, submit a support ticket if you have not already. Otherwise, they are proactively finding folks who were overcharged, and they are addressing, they're going to address that once they get the bug under control. And they are very sorry by anybody that was affected by the problem. So check your receipts, double check, make sure you got everything like you were supposed to. You got the discount you were supposed to. You didn't pay full price. Yeah, I guess it was just a multiple of things that it was just went wonky. So
okay, now was this Lotro Market or Lotro Store?
That was the market.
Okay,
that was the market sales. To my knowledge, it was just the market ones that were, and I know a lot of people. You were supposed to get some bonus points. Some people weren't getting their bonus points at all.
Well, at least the bonus points, once they trace down who they are, they can send the points out.
Yeah,
that's probably the easiest thing to fix.
Yeah, I'm sure, but just submit a ticket and they'll get to you as soon as they can. But yeah, there was all sorts of issues. So if you took part in the Black Friday sales, check your receipts, double check, see if you had any problems, submit a ticket. If not, they should be able to find you, and they're going to reach out to you too. But I would just go ahead and get a ticket in, and they'll get that all taken care of.
All right. And then, now we've taken care of those sales, let's look forward to next week, because apparently, assuming things don't go wrong again, there's going to be an update next week.
Yeah, update 77. Yay, update 77. It was supposed to come out today. That's why we waited to do the show today, because we would have had a cool new update to talk about as it hit the servers. But here we are. There was an error. They found an error that they had to delay the update. Cordovan did post over on the forums, update 77 is scheduled to hit next week. Timing TBA. So they will let us know when it will be released. And then some people were saying, weird, this is actually update 77 and not just 76.1. And Cordovan said, this is update 77 because it's similar to other December updates in the past. It will include a free dungeon. Festivalt will start with this as well. And there will be a general bug fix and improvements. This time it's mainly going to be focused on some adjustments to the Symphony of the Fae event.
Yeah, that's because sometimes those motes are not being...
Yes, that's...
responsive.
That is one of the big ones, I think, which I know they said they figured out the cause of that pretty quick, but I'm not sure why I don't know. I can't speculate onto why they didn't just do like a 0.1 release to fix that, but apparently they just wanted to do it with everything else.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they put it into the same build, thinking, 77's coming out next week, so there'll be no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, that would make sense, yeah.
And then 77 did not work right for whatever reason.
Yep, it sounded like they were doing their final build, and then it was like, this is not going to work.
It's not the first time a final build went,
Yeah, exactly. But at least they caught it before they released it. So
yeah, that's as opposed to the Lotro where a legendary item display error came up.
Oopsie
Oopsie
daisy. Not what you want to see. So yeah, update 77 next week. Yay.
All right. Then let's head on and find out what's on sale for this week, because apparently we got here in time to see what the new sales are.
We did, because we're recording on a Thursday and sales started today, and it's December, so that means December deals are back. You get 4 weeks of December deals. This week for week number 1 is 75% off character slots. That is a really good sale right there. 50% off experience elixirs. Decent sale there, and 35% off astral shards. Anytime those go on sale, no matter what they are, is a good sale. That runs through December the 11th. So once again, 75% off character slots, 50% off experience elixirs, 35% off astral shards. That is your December deals for you week 1. The regular sale for the week is Finders Keepers, 30% off Sentience Toolkits and Jewelers Toolkits, Loot Boost, also through December 11th. And the coupon code is an amazing coupon code. Everybody go get this free Greater Experience Elixir, because why would you not? It's free, and it's a Greater Experience Elixir.
Yeah, it's recommended by Tony the Tiger, apparently.
It is, because the coupon code, it's great! ITSGRRRRREAT. See, it's great. I can't do a good Tony the Tiger. ITS, pretend that was amazing. ITS.
It's great.
There you go. ITSGRRRR, 4 R's, EAT. And remember, anytime you use a coupon code in the store, it's got to be uppercase or it's not going to work. But that is through December 11th as well. But yeah, that is a sweet little freebie. So get yourself a Greater Experience Elixir and boost your experience and just level to your heart's content.
All right. Then let's go and find out what's coming in from the dungeon. And Apparently, we have an anniversary of the Elder God.
How is Call of Cthulhu 50 already?
Yeah.
Like, I got this press release and I'm like, wait, it can't be 50. But yeah, Call of Cthulhu is turning 50. So Chaosium unveiled the 50th anniversary slipcase set. Chaosium, of course, the legendary publisher behind some of the tabletop industry's most enduring titles, unveiled the Call of Cthulhu 50th anniversary slipcase set. The game was born in 1981. 50 years.
What, 1981? So that means it's another few years before the.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
it's 1981.
Well, that's true. Why are they? I don't know. I don't know why they're calling this 50.
Okay,
They're calling it 50 because Chaosium is turning 50. Gotcha.
Chaosium is turning 50.
Chaosium was founded in 1975. That's why they're doing 50. Okay, now I didn't catch that in the press release. There you go.
I figured it. Okay. It also might take them a couple of years in order to get this out and all this stuff. So they'd probably want to get it out a couple of years in advance anyway, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. So this is more to celebrate Chaosium turning 50 than... Okay. I thought, too, there is no way Call of Cthulhu is 50. It's not quite 50, but it's close.
Well, yeah. Okay, so that means I must have heard of it right around the time it was founded, because I thought I've heard about it in the early 80s.
I can't remember when I first heard of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is more really than just a reprint, kind of. Let's just be honest, it's basically a reprint with new artwork. There's really nothing new in the books. So my suggestion is, if you already own the 7th edition slipcase set, unless you really, really, really want this cool new artwork, you really don't have to buy this, because the Keeper rulebook is the same, the Investigator handbook is the same, and the Keeper screen pack is the same. This does use the 7th edition rule set. So once again, if you already own that standard 7th edition slipcase, the mechanics in the books, everything is identical. The only thing this is going to bring you is this cool new artwork, which I love the artwork on this. Like, I really want this just for the artwork, because this artwork is amazing. Like, I would display this, like, usually my RPG books, I just put in so you just see the spines on my shelf. But this I would actually have out so you could see this artwork. The artwork is by Swedish artist Orla Larsson. Anybody from Sweden will recognize his artwork instantly, as he does most of the artwork for the Swedish edition of the game. If you're watching the YouTube version of this, you're seeing this artwork on the screen. If you're listening to the podcast version, go over to the website, click on this episode, and there'll be a link to the article on the site. But yeah, I really love this artwork. Not enough to spend $140 for it, though. It's a bit pricey just for some artwork. I really wish they would have just released like the outer slipcase on its own, not with the books. I'm hoping they'll maybe eventually do that, because I would just buy just the slipcase and put my other books in this slipcase. So Chaosium, maybe think about doing that. I mean, I realize you want to sell the full thing too, but gotcha. Pre-orders are on now at Chaosium's website. Expected to ship early 2026. No exact dates. Once again, if you order from Chaosium, you will get PDFs for free. And usually, they didn't say that with this one, but usually PDFs you get instantly. Once your order goes through, you'll get another email and say, hey, here's links to some PDFs for the stuff you just bought.
Okay. And then we will go then from the old gods to some forgotten realms. Were they realms that the old gods forgot about or whatever? But it looks like some new material for Forgotten Realms.
Some new Forgotten Realms stuff coming out via the DM's Guild from Ed Greenwood himself. That's right, the father of the Forgotten Realms, coming back to the realms to bring us some new stuff. Yeah, Ed Greenwood over on his Patreon announced this last week that he's going to be teaming up with Mythmaker Studio. They're going to create a new imprint of that called Realms Bound. And through the DM's Guild, you're going to be able to buy the stuff. Mr. Greenwood is going to release 4 books. Q1 of 2026, you're going to get the Guide to the Dale Lands. It's going to be just a regional source book. This is the foundation for your campaign. You're going to get lore, maps, deep dive into the politics, geography, everything for the Dale Lands. If you know Greenwood, he loves to do stuff like this, so I'm sure this is going to be just amazing, especially if you like lore and stuff, since, you know, Ed Greenwood is the one that created all this stuff, so this is all in his head, so he's going to expand this out. And then Q2 of 2026, in the sites of the Dale Lands, this is going to be social encounters and role play. This sorta you can consider like a monster manual, but it's going to focus on way more than just monster manual. It's going to focus on the inns, the taverns, some festivals, some tournaments, other stuff that happens in the Dale Lands. So that's why it's the Insights of the Dale Lands. And then Q3 2026, Delves of the Dale Lands. Of course, Dungeons in Danger. This is just what it says on the book. It's going to be the dungeon part of D&D. It's going to have some dangerous locations, some forgotten ruins, and some darker secrets that might be buried beneath the surface of the Dales. And then finally, to round out 2026, in Q4, The Adventures in the Dale Lands. This is going to be a campaign anthology, a collection of adventures ranging for levels 1 to 12. The book's going to tie in the previous 3 volumes all together, giving DMs a ready-to-play module that utilizes all the lore, the locations, and the social settings that we all got to read about in the previous books all throughout the year. Once again, this is going to be over on the DM's Guild, so you can buy this. They didn't say if there's going to be print on demand. I don't know. With licensing, I don't know if they're going to be able to do print on demand. They might be able to, since they're doing it through DM's Guild, because DM's Guild is like officially sanctioned by Hasbro WotC. So I would expect I know for sure you're going to get PDFs, but they didn't say anything about print on demand, hopefully. If not, nothing's stopping you from taking this to like your Office Max or your Staples and printing it yourself in a nice book form if you want it. But I'm pretty excited about these because I love the Forgotten Realms and I love Ed Greenwood's writing, and just the man's amazing. So I hope this does well for him. This is pretty cool news.
All right, then let's go and see what's on the tabletop. Where Zombicide and Cthulhu Death May Die seem to be finding a new home with Fantasy Flight Games. Frankly, if you asked me randomly who was publishing Cthulhu Death May Die, I would probably have had guessed Fantasy Flight Games, but apparently until now I would have been wrong in that answer.
You would have been wrong. Yeah, well, we did talk about I'm trying to think. It's been several episodes ago. We talked about Come On sold Zombicide and Cthulhu Death May Die to Asmodee. So technically, Asmodee has Zombicide and Cthulhu Death May Die. Well, now Asmodee is putting them in the hands of Fantasy Flight, who just so happens to be part of Asmodee. So it makes sense.
Okay.
And it kind of makes sense. It makes sense,
Yeah.
too, because Fantasy Flight does all the other Cthulhu games. So it makes sense, right? I could see why you would think that.
Yeah.
But nobody saw this coming, though. This was like just kind of out of the blue because, you know, like I said, we knew Asmodee owned those two titles now. They had bought them from Come On, but nobody knew this was going to happen. And then Fantasy Flight a couple weeks ago did their in-flight report at PAX Unplugged. And this was their big news that was announced they now have control of these. But the biggest news out of this, there's going to be another Zombicide.
Another Zombicide.
Like everybody,
Another one.
Everybody is yes, we need another one, especially a pirate one. Because, yes, it's going to be Zombicide Dead Men Tales.
I always associate pirates with skeletons for some reason.
It's there might be skeletons. There might be zombies. Who knows? Pirate skeleton zombies? Yes, please. Okay. All the above. Take my money right now.
All right. Now, concerning... I was wondering you might know a little history point in this.
Okay.
Concerning Arkham Horror.
Uh-huh.
How did Fantasy Flight Games get hold of Arkham Horror? Did they license it from Chaosium, or did they buy the rights from Chaosium?
It's licensed.
It's licensed.
Them. Yeah,
okay.
As far as I know, it still is licensed. I think I would have to fact check myself on that, but I think it is still licensed through them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well then.
Yeah. So, Zombicide Dead Men Tales coming to crowdfunding. They didn't say which one. Next year, didn't say when. We'll know more soon. I would assume... I don't know. I can't remember. This might be the first time that Fantasy Flight has ever done a crowdfund. I don't remember them ever crowdfunding any of their games. And I sure as heck don't remember Asmodee ever crowdfunding any of their games. And then again, if I'm wrong on that, please let me know either a Fantasy Flight game or an Asmodee game that was crowdfunded.
What's problem is there's such a broad range of Asmodee subdivisions.
Right, because they own everything, basically, yeah.
Right. So,
I'm so excited for this new sound because I love Zombicide anyway. You would look in my game room and you would see because I have 2 shelves full of Zombicide stuff. So I really love Zombicide a lot, and I love pirates a lot. So dead pirates, yes, sir.
All right. Then.
Yes, please.
Then let's go and see what's on the screen. Then. Where apparently Guild Wars is being reforged.
Again, from nowhere, this came out of the blue as well. After 2 decades, which, let me pour one out for myself, being old and can remember when this originally came out. And I bought it when it first came out. Yeah, Guild Wars is now 2 decades old. It received a monumental new chapter in the Guild Wars story, Guild Wars Reforged. This is not just a re-release. This is not just a remaster. No. This is much more than that. This is an initiative between ArenaNet and a newly formed partner studio, 2 Weeks. This is bringing back Guild Wars to all new players. This is described as a major update and co-developmental project. It's aimed at improving and evolving the experience of the original Guild Wars. Many people just call it GW1. Once again, ArenaNet is the original creators. They're leading the charge. And then 2 Weeks is the studio that is, doing all of the work and everything on this. This is formed by former ArenaNet staff who worked on Guild Wars 1, so they're bringing their deep expertise and passion for the game to this project, so it's kind of a win-win. This is Pretty awesome. This is bringing some new stuff as well. It's also going to bring full controller support. So you can play with like your Xbox One controller or your PlayStation controller. So it's going to have native X input support. So that means all I got to do is tell the game, hey, I'm using an Xbox One controller. Boom, you're good to go. It's going to be auto mapped for you. You won't have to do any of that stuff. This is going to update some graphics. You're going to have improved resolution, enhanced rendering. There's going to be some new accessibility options as well. And then they're constantly just going through fixing some bugs. They're updating some of the quest. They're updating some of the missions. They also toned down some of the difficulty on a couple of the missions. Because if I remember right, some of those missions were freaking hard. So they're looking at that. It's also Steam Deck verified, which is freaking amazing. That is coming soon. It's not fully Steam Deck verified yet, but they said that will be coming soon. But from what I have heard, it runs amazing on the Steam Deck. I am going to have to try it on my Steam Deck just to see how well it is. So how do you get this? Well, you can buy it over on Steam or through their ArenaNet's website. But if you have already bought Guild Wars anytime in the past, you already own this. They're going to auto update your client to the new Reforged client. So all you got to do is just log in and they'll say, hey, hold on. Reboot this and let's get you the new stuff. So yeah, so you don't have to rebuy it. The only way you're going to have to rebuy it is if you never originally bought it on Steam, which I didn't. I actually, I'm old school. I actually bought a boxed copy of it. And if you bought it that way and you want to play on the Steam Deck, you are going to have to rebuy it through Steam to be able to play it on the Steam Deck. So you probably won't have to rebuy it unless you want to play it on the Steam Deck. So it looks like I'm buying Guild Wars again, but that's okay.
Okay.
And it is out now. It came out yesterday, as a matter of fact.
All right. And also recently coming out was the official app for Kingdomino. It's finally out on PC and Mac.
Did we need Kingdomino on PC and Mac? Was anybody wanting this? I mean, don't get me wrong. Kingdomino is a fun game, but I guess.
I mean, I did buy it, though I haven't had a chance to actually play it yet.
I wondered if you bought it. I almost assumed you did, because yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah.
I've been too busy playing DDO these last couple of weeks, so I haven't had a chance to actually play it yet. Okay.
But yeah, it's been out on other mobile platforms for a while. So
yeah, I don't play mobile all that much. So if I play a board game, it's probably going to, if I'm going to play an app version of board game, it's probably going to be on Steam and not on mobile.
Yeah, I'll play on like the iPad. I have like quite a few that I play on iPad, but I would much rather play like through Steam on the PC and or the Steam Deck if most of them will work well on the Steam Deck. So please, publishers, if you're hearing my voice right now, when you come out with a game like this, please make sure that it runs well on the Steam Deck, because it's just like, why would you not? Like, I don't know how difficult it is to make stuff, because I know like the controllers are a little different on the Steam Deck, so maybe it's like a pain in the butt to like get stuff to work, but please bring it to the Steam Deck. But yeah, Kingdomino, this is out now on Steam if you want it. Apparently Piney bought it. Maybe he'll talk about it in a couple weeks.
We'll see,
play it and see how it is. But maybe if it goes on sale, I might get it. Like I said, I enjoyed Kingdomino. I played it a few times after it came out. My friend has it and we played it a couple times, so I mean, it's not like I'm against Kingdomino. I'm just like, I wasn't like, yay, Kingdomino's on Steam, let's go.
Okay, well, if you haven't been playing Kingdomino, what have you been playing in gaming this week?
Not much. I did play DDO a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little.
It looks like you even recorded something.
We did, yeah. I was all through cruising with Drac. We did the Druid's Deep. So we did Outbreak, Thorn, and Paw, and Overgrowth. Of course, we run everything on Elite. We do stream this over on Beaker's Twitch. This is linked in the show notes. I repeat, it's linked in the show notes. I got called out because I always say that, and then I always forget to link it in the show notes. So are you happy now? Are you happy, Beaker? You can click in the show notes, and it's linked. That's for you, buddy. And then also, part of Cruising with Drac, we just did some Slayers. That was just with Beaker and I. We did King's Wars and the Stormhorns. We just did Slayers. We're just trying to level. Beaker and I are just a little bit behind Phil and Emily, who we play with on Cruising. They're a little bit ahead of us level-wise, so we were just trying to catch up with them. So that's why we just did Slayers. And plus, it was just like it was like an impromptu thing where it's like, let's just hop on for a little bit. That, once again, is linked in the show notes. Click, watch it. You're welcome. That was it, video game-wise. Did do some tabletop. We did a couple nights in Vampire the Masquerade Milan Rising. We are on night 13, kind of. Kind of. We had a crash. The app crashed. So yay for apps crashing. And we have to replay part of the night. We lost some of our progress. I'm happy that it happened kind of where it did. So we only lost like half a night. Because it would have been bad. Because usually we play like 2 or 3 nights in a row. And then we save the game. So we didn't lose too much for the crash. I mean, it still kind of sucks, but it's okay. And then this past weekend was Black Friday, of course. And if you're familiar with the show, if you listen to the show in the past at all, we always do Black Friday gaming. We always get together. We usually have two nights of gaming. This time it was only one night. We got a crazy winter storm that blew through, and 2 of my friends had to come from out of town, so that kind of put the kibosh on the second night. We were supposed to do Shadow Dark. I was going to run a level 0 gauntlet, where it sounds like what it is. Their players are all just townsfolks. They're nobodies. And they go through a dungeon. And I wrote this dungeon. I wrote this thing. I spent a couple days writing this dungeon. I made it so deadly. I'm going to kill all of them. And it's going to be joyous. And it's got a cool story that I crafted for this. And this could lead into more adventures. If any of them do survive, they'll actually level and get to be a real Shadow Dark character. But yeah, we didn't get to do that because of the storm, so wah wah. So stay tuned for that. That's still going to happen at some point. We're just not sure when we're going to do that. We did play some board games on Friday night. We just couldn't do the Saturday all-day thing. We played Dead of Winter, apropos for when we played. And then we played Betrayal at House on the Hill and Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. So there was a lot of betrayal going on that night. Okay. And the funniest thing out of all of those, if you're familiar with Dead of Winter, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get a betrayer in the game, but usually there is going to be one. It's just random because you just draw cards. So you might not get a card, but and then in Betrayal, there's always somebody that triggers the haunt, and then they're So my friend was the betrayer in all of the games that we played. And we're like, really? And he's like, it's random. It's not me. But yeah, poor guy, in all of the games we played, he ended up being the betrayer. So yeah, we had super fun with those. It's been a long time since I played any of those games. So, and then plus that's just like a perfect. Those are the perfect type of games for us because we're always the, I talked about that on the show before too. We're the screw over your friends type people when we play. Like we can take a normal game where you're not supposed to do that, and we end up doing that anyway. So these games are perfect for us. So yeah, we had a good time with all those. So hopefully we can get all the other stuff we had planned played. I had a bunch of games pulled out of the room of shame to actually get played. And then, of course, the Shadow Dark. And then, none of that happened. So how about you? What were you up to? Looks like you did a lot.
Well, let's see. What I did is I had decided that I was going to make some long-term plans for my because in all the years I've been playing DDO, I never had any long-term plans for my characters. Not any real ones. So I decided as I selected 2 of my characters, and those were going to be my long-term plan characters. One of them was Pineleaf because reasons. And I decided that Pineleaf was going to be a character that I'm going to see if I can get this character up to level cap. That's my goal for it. So I TR'd, start at level 1, and then to work that character up to level cap. So that's what I did for that one. Now, my plan was to start that on January 1st. Then the other one plan is to take Pinefrost, who is a history on Pinefrost Razor, but at the time of making the decision, I was about level 18, level 20, somewhere around that Dampier Dragon Disciple. And I decided, what if I took this character to go through several lives, each of them trying to hold on to this cold thing, because Pinefrost is named, so hence to have this cold things. Because the first life I had was as a white dragonkin artificer. Then second life was as a mainly cold focused dragon disciple. And for the third life, I decided to be a Cold Lock. Now, when I just was thinking about doing Warlock, I had forgotten at that time that there was a cold option for Warlock, because I was wondering how was it going to fit cold in with it. But oh yes, that's right. There's a cold option for Warlocks now.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a Frost Lock, and I decided to do that. And the plan was to start on January 1st, to start on there and working on my way up there and working with the Frost Lock, and then going through a cycle of lives after that. So this will TR, maybe even shoot for completionist is a really long-term goal on there, but try to fit somehow cold in each. I have no idea how I fit cold into a fighter or anything like that, but try to come up with a way or something like that. And as soon as I had this all nice and settled, all this planned for starting January 1st and all this stuff, that's when the Symphony of the Fae event came out.
Of course it did.
So instead, now sometimes when you throw a wrench into the things, it causes things to be pushed later. In this case, it got things pushed earlier. So therefore, I decided that this Frost Lock was going to be the one who was going to run the Symphony of the Fae event.
Okay.
And so far, what I have done is I have run all of the quests from levels 1 through 5. Yes, every single quest from level 1 through 5. That means I did Stealthy Reclamation, as I was talked about earlier here. First time I think I've ever completed that quest. Proof is in the Poison, a notoriously tough quest.
I have not done that in forever.
Yeah, I did that one. I even did Tomb of the Burning Heart.
I am impressed, sir. I am impressed at you for even attempting to do that.
Yes, I did Tomb of the Burning. So I happen to now. It did help because I had with me, because that was a level 5 quest, I believe. So that means I was able to take in, of course, whatever hireling I had there. Plus, I had the Feywild Satyr, the bard there, and I brought in Miri, that permanent gold seal cleric, that level 3 cleric in there. I had those 3 in there, put them into the positions in there. I took the fourth spot, of course, and I was able to get through the start of there. And yes, I did finish. So I was able to finish their Tomb of the Burning Heart. So I got every single quest done. Obviously, I can't do that for level 6 because Chronoscope. I am not doing Chronoscope because it's a raid.
I mean, technically, you can do Chronoscope solo, but yeah.
Yeah, so no, I'm not doing any raids on this, anything like this, but usually the non-raid ones, I'm going to be trying to get them done or anything like this. And I'm running the Symphony of the Fae event, and so far got about a fifth of the way through.
Okay, all right.
The thing, or just under a quarter. So between a fifth and a quarter in there. Let's see if I can get it, but. Since I already have a white unicorn, it's not going to be a major thing if I don't complete it, but it's just to get an idea how it is. And because I started that one early, I started on December 1st. I did start to play the other one, the other character, and that one, what I decided for the other character is that for my heroic levels, I'm going to try to have a thematic storyline with it, going through the whole thing in anything that has a connection somehow to the codex. So that's going to be my theme for that one, for the heroic levels in there, is playing through the storyline of the codex, because there are just so many stories that go with the codex. Is anything with the gatekeepers, you can almost link to it because the gatekeepers are the keepers of the codex. The planar eyes, they all tie to the codex eventually. Anything to do with Vecna is going to tie in with the codex. So all those things in there, I'm going to try to bring together and do a story of the codex in there. That's what I'm doing for that playthrough. And yeah, so I've been pretty busy because all half of the Borderlands for the new Dragon Disciple, and also levels 1 through 5, all the dungeons from level 1. That's a lot of dungeons, and I've done half of the ones for 6 also by now. So I have done that quite a. So I was very, very busy in DDO in the last couple of weeks. And that's it for my week in gaming. If you have any comments about us, you could send it to podcast@ddoplayers.com. You can also leave comments out to the show notes here if it's at our site. Or, of course, you could give a comment in our YouTube. But if you want to send an email, you can send it to podcast@ddoplayers.com. The Players Alliance has 2 shows on Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We have Loach Players News, and we record DDO Players News when Drac is available. And I'll see you for our next show, which should be our year-end review to see what all we did for this year. Until next time, though, this is Piney Needles reminding you to quest responsibly.